Stay tuned and let's check out this Disney Plus WandaVision Scarlet Witch. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. And today we kick off a brand new wave of Marvel Legends. And it is, of course, the highly anticipated Disney Plus inspired wave, aka the Captain America Build-A-Figure wave, and I'll explain that in a minute. But I thought, who else than to start off this new wave of reviews than the people who debuted the MCU on Disney Plus with WandaVision. It is, of course, Scarlet Witch, and this looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie, very much looks like the end appearance of Scarlet Witch, finally called Scarlet Witch in the MCU as well. Elizabeth Olsen, of course, was amazing in that show. Really enjoyed it, really enjoying everything I see from Disney Plus so far. That's why I'm so happy we're finally getting figures to sort of go along on the shelf with our phase 1, 2 and 3 as we now move into phase 4. But yeah, she's looking good. Couple of interchangeable hands, couple of effects, and then that wing piece, which is of course for the Falcon wings, which I'll explain in a minute. But we do get a promo image of Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff of course, and then we get a little write-up that reads: Wanda Maximoff's abilities of telekinesis, energy manipulation, and neuroelectronic interfacing allow her to read thoughts and give her targets waking nightmares, which is exactly what we've seen in the WandaVision show. And then, as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Captain America Build-A-Wings for Falcon, of course. And of course, today we are reviewing Scarlet Witch. So as I said, it is a Build-A-Wing concept because obviously they couldn't pack all of those giant wings in with Sam Wilson's Captain America there. So yes, once we've reviewed all of these, we're obviously going to finish off with Captain America himself, aka Sam Wilson, the former Falcon, and we will be able to build his wings. So I'm looking forward to that. This wave is all Disney Plus. Very much looking forward to it. Let's start off with Wanda herself. Let's get her open. So here we have Scarlet Witch out of the box, and the accessories look a little bare, but I do like what they have gave us. We've also got the Build-A-Wings for the new Captain America, and I'm starting to think that these wings might have been able to fit in a small box, or maybe a deluxe box. Should it have been a Build-A-Figure? We'll find out when we build him. Obviously, I will say the new Captain America till last, but now I have one piece for that. Today, Scarlet Witch, and I do think this is the best sort of face sculpt for Elizabeth Olsen so far. Honestly, looks beautiful. The design of the outfit is very close to what we've seen in the final episode. Not exactly, but that's because Marvel Studios obviously mix it up a little bit, and Hasbro have to make their figures based off concept art, so there's always going to be slight inconsistencies. So that's not anybody's fault, it's just the way it is. It's close enough. As I said, we've got interchangeable hands that are translucent, and we haven't had these before for Scarlet Witch, and then these effect pieces, which we've seen many times, but I like them, they work, they do the job. So let's zoom in and check out that glorious head sculpt. Starting off at the head, I do think this is really good. The likeness to Elizabeth Olsen is uncanny for Wanda Maximoff, especially from certain angles. My lights are a little bit harsh, and you can see the shadows of her sort of harness sort of on the face. So that's not paint or any blemishes. That is just the shadows of this harness, which is a separate piece. But just the face sculpt alone, Hasbro genuinely do this digital face printing tech better than anyone else. You cannot deny that looks like a little tiny Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda Maximoff. Now the hair is very nicely sculpted, all flared out a little bit like that she is in the last appearance. If I spin it around, you can see all the nice sculpted detail of the hair with a bit of a dark wash in there. So she's got like red hair, hasn't she? Sort of reddish, brownish with some sort of dark tones. But still, it's all nicely flared out with a few bits flicking off. And that is so you can get her all posed up in her Scarlet Witch mode. The hair is raised off the back a little bit, so you can get some nice range going forward and a little bit of tilt, but not so much going back. As I said, that hair will just sit on rest, and you're not going to get her looking up, unfortunately. But if she's hovering, you want her looking down anyway, so that's not anything too much to complain about. The head harness, however, is something people have complained about, because obviously the inconsistencies from how she actually looks, the head harness actually covers her forehead, so you can see the top of her forehead just sort of sticking out there. This actual head harness should actually be a little bit higher or thicker to sort of cover that skin at the top. So again, that's a small inconsistency, something that can be forgiven, but yeah, that is a little inaccurate, but the head harness itself is a separate plastic piece that's sort of stuck into the head. So that can be sort of, you can see it sort of flexing off a little bit. There you go. So it's sort of stuck in the forehead, but it flares off a little bit. So you can sort of heat that and manipulate that if you want to. But again, that face sculpt, amazing. Look at the lips, look at the eyes, so good. Moving down to the sort of the chest and the sort of corset piece. This is all sculpted work as well. So all of this is like sculpted off, and the lines are very clean. So the maroon has a nice sort of texture to it, and then the sort of lighter red is very smooth with these black lines. Very nicely done, nice intricate design as well at the top. And that works seamlessly with the design down at the waist. Spin it round into the back. So obviously that sort of tucks in underneath there, but again, it looks seamless with the different textures and the different line work. Spin it round to the front. And then I like how the design of these sort of go down onto the trousers, then these red lines go all the way down to the boots. So yeah, everything is textured and sculpted very nicely, even on the arms as well, down onto the hands. Looks very nice. Everything matches, like the maroon texture that's on the arms is also the maroon texture that's on the chest. And yeah, looks very good. Unfortunately though, only single elbows, but it's a female Marvel Legend, so what do you expect? But you're still going to be able to get her in some nice poses. Now Scarlet Witch does do some crazy sort of witchy poses, so double jointed elbows would have been a nice touch, but still, there's no sort of ab crunch or anything like that. The movement's all at the waist, so she can hula hoop, but she can't crunch forward. Like, that is as much you're going to get. So no crunch forward at all. Crunching back a little bit, but not really crunching forward, unfortunately. The legs as well. This sort of bottom piece isn't a skirt, isn't a jacket. It's sort of just a unique design for Scarlet Witch. But you can get her legs going up, okay, but not so much back. That back piece will get in the way, unfortunately. Arms will go up to 90. As I said, single jointed elbow. Knees double jointed. And that's a pretty good double joint again. So you can get her on a flight stand, get her posed up. She can look down a little bit. So there's definitely things you can do for Scarlet Witch that will look good on the shelf. But yeah, if you just want to stand in there looking menacing, she can do that as well. So yeah, looking very nice. I'm liking what I see for Scarlet Witch. So as I said, her hands. I like how her hands are doing like her little sort of mystical pose that she's famous for doing. And that's on both hands. But she does come with a set of interchangeable hands, which are set of pink translucent hands, and these are the same mystical hands that are the other hands, just now molded in that different pink colour. And we've not seen them before, but they work very nice, especially when you combine them with these effect pieces that we get. Now, we've had these sort of soft, sort of translucent effect pieces before in many colours by Marvel Legend, and all you do is sort of wrap them around the hands to sort of give it that mystical effect. So these can be manipulated anyway. They're very soft, and yeah, just wrap them around the hands. And yeah, there you go. That's a bit sliding down, but you can heat them up, warm them up, slow them down, whatever you want. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to do here. There you go. Now she has mystical abilities. And here we have our MCU Scarlet Witch comparison. And I like both of these figures. Both represent different eras of Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff, of course. I guess you could say this one's Wanda Maximoff and this one is Scarlet Witch, as that was the first time that name was ever uttered within the context of the MCU by Agatha Harkness. Now we just need an Agatha Harkness Marvel Legend, Hasbro. I hope you're listening. But yeah, these both look great. You can see how this design is definitely an upgrade to here, as they're very similar. Just this one's obviously got a little bit more flair to it, a little bit more Scarlet Witchy, if you will. But yeah, both of these figures are great. Both of these head sculpts are great. It seems like this head is a tiny bit smaller than this one. I don't know if that's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but still, they're both exactly the sort of same scale. But yeah, both different, both represent different eras of Scarlet Witch. Both look great. Find a place for them both on your shelf. And you tell me, which face sculpt is better? This previous one from the Vision 2-pack or this new one that we got today with the Captain America Build-A-Figure wings. Both very nice. Honestly, both great figures, really are. And of course, we want to see a comic comparison of Scarlet Witch. Let's see where the inspiration came from. And here we have two comic-based Marvel Legends of Scarlet Witch. So we got the newer Family Matters 3-pack version here, and then we have the All-Father Build-A-Figure Wave version there from about 2015. So for a figure that old, this one still holds up very nicely in a Marvel Legends display, especially if you get her on a flight stand. She's pretty difficult to stand with these heels. I'm surprised that I've got to stand even for this long in this review. But yeah, both of these are great Marvel Legends for a comic-based Scarlet Witch, and it's nice to see the influences, and the MCU do a great job of taking those comic inspirations and giving it that sort of modern day flair, and that's exactly what they've done with Scarlet Witch here in the middle for WandaVision. You can see how they've all got their own sort of head harness on, they've all got the same reds and the sort of designs. Yeah, I like it a lot. And it wouldn't be WandaVision without a bit of Vision, and here we have two MCU versions of Vision in Marvel Legends form. So this is the Scarlet Witch and Vision 2-pack version, and this is the Marvel Legends Endgame wave, which is a little bit more translucent than this guy. But both of them look great with this version of Scarlet Witch, of course, as we do see this Vision throughout the show. But the one we've seen debut in the show is, of course, the White Vision. So let me take this one out and let's bring in the other Vision. And there you go. Now we have a little love triangle on the go. So this is the White Vision from this Disney Plus wave. As you can see, he is barely visible on my white background, so I'm definitely going to have to change that out for my review. But there he is. I hope you can see him. I hope he's not completely invisible. I promise you he's there. But yeah, White Vision in his sort of camouflage mode, if you will. And both of these Visions look great with Scarlet Witch, of course. Have we seen the last of the White Vision in the MCU? Is he going to show up in Doctor Strange? Who knows? We don't know. I guess Kevin Feige is the only one who does. But yeah, these look great together. So pick your pairing. Which Vision do you prefer? I also wanted to see Wanda compared to some other Phase 4 MCU females. So here we have Black Widow and Yana Belova. And I think they all look great together. Scale great together. Hopefully we get to see the Black Widow movie soon. And talking about movies, the next time we see Scarlet Witch in a film will be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. What has Wanda done? We shall find out. But yeah, these look great together and I can't wait to see them in a movie. So, final thoughts, WandaVision was a great way to debut the MCU canon on Disney Plus, and this Wanda Maximoff Scarlet Witch figure is a great way to kick off this Disney Plus inspired wave. Honestly, this looks great. I can't wait to open the rest of the figures and create this sort of Phase 4 display on my shelf. And yeah, very much look forward to seeing Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange as well. So maybe we'll get another version of Scarlet Witch sooner than later, as that film is scheduled to come out next year. But this is a nice representation, which is close enough to what we see in the Scarlet Witch in the WandaVision show. Let's be honest, yes, there are few inaccuracies, but it's just how the toy game works, unfortunately. But it's close enough, people. It's undoubtedly Scarlet Witch from WandaVision. The face sculpt's amazing. I like the design of the outfit. Looks really nice. You let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this figure missing anything? Like, would you prefer some different accessories, interchangeable heads, other hands? What were you thinking? If this was to be packed with more, what would it be? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, people, if you like Marvel Legends and you want to see me gush about this whole Disney Plus wave, then check out the playlist. But most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. And now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.